Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're tuning in. I'm guessing you saw the title as always, and it caught your attention. You know what's funny though? I always laugh a little bit when I see people are always so gravitated to anything that's to do with relationships. As soon as they see a relationship title, they're tuning in ASAP. But let's get right to it. Let's get to it real quick. So, why are you single? Well, you're single because you just don't look good. That's it. If you look good, you get the right person. That's just what it comes down. Real talk. But end of the show. Have a great day. All right. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone, but no, that's not the reason. And even if you thought you didn't look good or you didn't look that good, let's be 100. We've seen relationships where we've seen a man or woman and we're just like, yo, how did this person even get this other person? Like how? Him? Her? So there are billions of people on earth. Even if you think you didn't look good, and you do look good, because sometimes we criticize ourselves harder than we should. Even if you thought you didn't look good, there's someone for you, but that's besides the point. So why are you single? Well, you, sir, you man, are single because that's exactly what you want without even realizing it. It is something I don't want to say on purpose, but not on purpose or not purposely been looking for, but you've been walking towards singleness and not even realizing it this whole time. And I'm going to talk to you about why that happens. So, you see, when you want to be in a relationship, there are a couple of categories, or let me just say, attributes that you typically go for. Besides the physical, I'm not talking about physical or looking good. Of course, we all want that. But aside from that, there's certain qualities and attributes that you want attached to the person you want to be with. It might be whether diligence, hardworking, patience, kind, loving, romantic, or whatever it may be. You want these certain key qualities. And for you, if you find someone that hits those check boxes, you want to be with them. Heck, if they even hit like half of it, you'll be happy with that. But you see, those certain qualities you are looking for, those match the job description of a husband. Just follow me along here, folks, real quick, all right? Be patient. It matches the job description of a husband or a wife in this case. But you see, we've been trained by society to settle for the job description of a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And the reason why I say this is because to be a boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Typically, you just have to look good and treat the person nice. It does not mean they may not have those certain qualities you're looking for, but the starting point is really, oh, you got to look good and just treat me nice. But you see, those qualities and attributes that we still want in somebody, those are the qualities and attributes that make someone a good husband or a good wife. So you see, when we are seeking A, and A is, let's say, a marriage or a husband or wife, we're seeking A, but we're moving towards B, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Then when we do get B, we are now surprised they don't live up to what expectations or the job description of A was, which is a husband or wife. And since they don't meet that, we typically break up. Or if, let's say, you're not even dating yet, you're still seeking. But as soon as you start to get to know someone and see what they're about, you realize, oh, I'm going after B, but you may not know that. You just want to be in a relationship. But you're really seeking A, but then you find out again, they don't have A. They don't have those qualities that make a good husband or a good wife. So we don't date them. We call it off. But then it's why. Why do some not have those qualities of a great husband or a great wife? Because again, that is actually what we are all looking for. These key attributes that you gravitate towards to and you deem necessary to be a great partner. So why are we not seeing those things out there more? Hence the reason why you're still searching. Or maybe you've been going through multiple relationships. You see, whether we like it or not, certain jobs have job descriptions. And when we're applying for a job, we typically want to apply for a job that matches or has the job description to what we have. We typically do not apply for a job with its job description that is the complete opposite of our experience of what we've done in the past. So in this case, when we have a generation that values being a boyfriend or a girlfriend to the same level as a husband or wife, but yet not having the same job description, we now have this generation where we are all walking with the same job description of a boyfriend or girlfriend. Look, I just gotta look good. And you see it all through social media and society. I just have to look good and treat them rights. But we are lacking in the job description or the resume that shows that we can be a good husband or wife because we have not been applying for those positions. Rather, we've been applying to be a boyfriend, to be a girlfriend. And when I say applying, I don't mean dating, but I mean growing up with that mentality of I just gotta look good, treat someone nice, talk to them sweet, and I can probably bag them or probably get them. But if you don't have a generation that is actually growing their resume to match that of a husband or wife, because again, that is exactly what we are all looking for. Those that do want a relationship in this case, we are looking for that job that is a husband or a wife. But our resume only shows that we're good for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So when we put ourselves out there to the world in a dating scene, we're just noticing a bunch of people with resumes that match that of a boyfriend or girlfriend. But we are looking for someone that has the resume of a great husband or a great wife. So it's frustrating. It is frustrating because we want something, in this case A, but we're seeing a bunch of B. And it's like, what do we do? How do we combat this? How do we break this cycle? And I'll pause here for a minute and explain this. Some people might say, well, I don't want to be married. I don't want to. Let me tell you something real quick. Look, if you're seeking a relationship, you are designed, in this case, to be married. Either be a loving wife, a great wife, or a loving husband and a great husband. That is your destination in this case when it comes to a relationship. You see, the world created this false sense of a marriage called a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So we can play like we're married, but not necessarily have the qualities and drive to be married or to be a great husband or a great wife. The same things that we're actually searching for. You see, when God created you and you have this desire to be in a relationship, He put it in you to want to seek a husband, want to seek a wife, want to seek someone who has the great resume of a husband, want to seek someone who has a great resume of a wife. But the world comes and says, wait, hold up. We'll give you a substitute. We'll give you something that doesn't quite live up to that, but you can settle for. So you can date around. You can claim a boyfriend. You can claim a girlfriend. Heck, you can even move in together, have sex, have kids, play like you're married, but the resume does not match that of someone that wants to be a great husband or a great wife. So you're frustrated because, again, that is what you are looking for, but you may not realize it. So you just think, I'm just looking for someone to love me. It doesn't end there. And you know that. You know it doesn't end with, I'm just looking for someone to love me. There's certain criterias you want them to meet. Or in this case, the resume of a loving husband or a loving wife. That's deep down at the core. That's what you really want. This is why God says, this is why a man leaves his father and mother to be joined with his wife. Not a girlfriend, not a flame, not a situationship or whatever, or entanglement, but his wife. Not that was the goal if you ever have this desire to be in a relationship. But again, we go in the dating scene and we see a lot of resumes that are just applicable for a boyfriend or a girlfriend and not a man that's supposed to be a husband or a woman that's supposed to be a wife. So it's frustrating. So now, how to change this cycle? How to flip your mind and not actually get into the world and get those things that you want, in this case, a husband or wife. It starts with you. It starts with you recognizing I have to change my resume. I'm trying to apply for this position of a wife or a husband. So my resume has to match that. I have to learn what it means to be a wife. I have to learn what it means to be a husband. Because again, once you step out into the world, people are looking for that same job you're looking for. In this case, a husband or a wife. So they're looking for specific resumes. So you now have to make sure your resume shows what they're looking for. So when they see you, they're like, okay, we want to hire this person. You get an interview, everything works out. That is what you need to start focusing on, to realize we are all, and those that are looking for a relationship, we are all looking for that same thing, which is a great husband or a great wife. Now, make sure your resume matches that. Then you will get interviews, then you will get opportunities. But as long as society keeps pushing a boyfriend or a girlfriend, our resumes will always reflect that. But that's not what we're actually wanting or needing. So sometimes people settle. They just say, you know what, I don't want to work on my resume. I'll just take whatever job's available. So they end up getting into this relationship that are no good for them. It goes nowhere. And in the back of their mind, they're just looking for an opportunity to quit and get a better job in this case. Move beyond this mindset of what the world has taught you since the day you were born. That yeah, you date, you get a boyfriend, you get a boo, then you move on to a marriage. You see, sometimes people do get into a boyfriend and girlfriend situation and end up being married. But you see, again, that person had the qualifications they were looking for. In other words, their resume matches that of a great husband or a wife. So when they were dating, they just simply put a wrong label on things. They were already husbands and wives since day one because, again, their resume matched. Hence the reason why they ended up marrying each other and having a great marriage. But it was just the wrong label. So we think and look back, oh, I remember when they were dating. I remember when they were boyfriend and girlfriends. No, they were husband and wife since day one. So as you move on in this world, as you move on in the dating scene, be wise and understand and know what you're looking for, the qualities you're looking for, the attributes are looking for. These are job description. These are applications and resumes that matches that of a husband or a wife. So now you know you're not just looking for a flame. You're not just looking for a boyfriend or girlfriend. You're looking for a husband. You're looking for a wife. So now make sure your resume matches that or reflects that. Start growing in your understanding of wisdom and knowledge of what it means to be a great wife, what it means to be a great husband. And guess what happens? You will start seeing good quality men or women. Why? Because again, that is exactly what they're looking for, just like what you are looking for. But we just have to start breaking that cycle, and it starts with you. And some right now may already understand this or may already know this. So what do you do then when you do? I've been learning what it means to be a great wife, what it means to be a great husband. I'll say bravo to you. That's good. That means you're applying wisdom right there. So if you're already walking in that steps of what it means to be a great wife or a great husband, there's a next step you have to start taking. And that next step is in part two. So definitely stay tuned. I'll definitely put out another video or another podcast for you to listen to. So hopefully you learn something and you start applying this. Okay? All right. Peace.